Hey everybody, thanks for dropping by. This is Ian with Rail City. Don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. I mostly do reviews of recording gear and guitars and guitar pedals, and then I also post music that me and my friends record at home. Speaking of recording stuff at home, today we're going to be taking a look at two of the most popular low-end mics on the market, the AKG Perception 220, which I'm micing my voice with right now, and the AKG Perception 420. These are both large body condenser mics. And the only thing that is different between them, supposedly, we'll find later in the video, I actually found they sound a little bit different, which was a big surprise. The main difference between them is that the AKG Perception 220 only mics with a cardioid pattern. So like that, just miking in front of the mic, not on the sides and not on the back. A common technique that's sometimes used by studio engineers is they'll have like backup vocalists sing into the side of a cardioid mic because it sounds duller on the sides with a cardioid response pattern. Anyway, kind of a cool trick. But the AKG Perception 420, in addition to cardioid, has some extra patterns. And hopefully you can see those. Yeah, there you go. So over to the, I guess it would be the left on the video, I think. That's an omni pattern, and the other one's a figure 8 pattern. So what are those? So cardioid is like this, as I just explained, and omni is where the mic is picking up 360 degrees. So no frequency roll off with different when the mic picks up from different angles. No blind spots, no dead spots, or whatever you want to call them. The mic picks up 360 degrees. And then a figure 8 pattern is a little bit like that, but it mics in the front as well as in the back. So you're not picking up things on the sides, just the front and the back. And as you might expect, both of those applications, the omni and the figure 8 patterns, have very specific applications that they're usually used for. Usually a figure 8 is used for miking two vocalists, one at the front, one at the back. If you'd like more information on everything I'm about to say, check out some of Young Guru's videos. He's a popular music producer. He's done some stuff for Jay-Z and some stuff like that. He really knows his stuff. But anyway, so that's a common application for a figure 8 mic. Common application for an omni mic is to pick up a whole band playing in a room with just one mic, which is really, really sexy. A lot of like 30s and 40s jazz and stuff like that was mic'd that way because stuff was a little bit more primitive back then. But even today, it's a cool, like, kind of sexy throwback way to record things. So now we're going to compare how the 220 and the 420 sounds, just how I went about recording this, just to make, what I was doing this video, like, valid, like stuff that people actually kind of do in the real world. I am distance miking drums and guitar cabs and stuff like that. So I'm putting the mic 2 or 3 feet back from the sound source so it picks up like a bigger picture of what's being recorded and then picks up a little bit of the room as well. My room couldn't be any worse. I mean, this is an apartment complex room with minimal treatment. I have the green screen on a wall, which deadens it a surprising amount. But I think a lot of people who will be looking at mics like this will also have rooms that are kind of crummy. How do you know if your room is crummy or not? The walls and ceilings are parallel, basically. And once Young Guru goes over this too, and he's absolutely right, the more non-parallel stuff you have on your walls, ceilings, and floors, the better your room's going to sound. Most people are recording in rooms with perfectly parallel ceilings and walls, and it's tough to picture anything else. So anyway, I think the average person is going to be recording in kind of a not that great room like I am, so I think what you're here will generalize to you. The exception to what I just said is when I did vocals, I actually just close mic'd myself and switched the polarities. Not something that's usually utilized in studios as far as I'm aware, but I just did it just for the hell of it. And it's actually pretty interesting, just like this whole video is. All right, let's do it.
don't want to be a granola head. Eating magic mushrooms ain't for me. Or getting all screwed up on LSD. Eating bean sprouts all day long. And smoking pot out of a bong. Wearing flowers in my hair. And having dirty underwear. I don't wanna be a granola head. Cracked up hippies' brains are scrambled eggs. Ugly chicks with very hairy legs. I think I'd rather be at home listening to the Ramones. Or I'd rather be getting drunk with a bunch of useless bums. I don't wanna be a granola head. I don't wanna be a granola head. Eating magic mushrooms ain't for me. Or getting all screwed up on LSD. Eating bean sprouts all day long. Or smoking pot out of a bong. Wearing flowers in my hair. And having dirty underwear. I don't wanna be a granola head. Cracked up hippie brains are scrambled eggs. Ugly chicks with very hairy legs. I think I'd rather be at home listening to the Ramones. Or I'd rather be getting drunk with a bunch of useless bums. I don't wanna be a granola head. I don't wanna be a granola head. Eating magic mushrooms ain't for me. Or getting all screwed up on LSD. Eating bean sprouts all day long. Or smoking pot out of a bong. Wearing flowers in my hair. And having dirty underwear. I don't wanna be a granola head. Cracked up hippies' brains are scrambled eggs. Ugly chicks with very hairy legs. I think I'd rather be at home listening to the Ramones. Or I'd rather be getting drunk with a bunch of useless bums. I don't wanna be a granola head. I don't wanna be a granola head. Eating magic mushrooms ain't for me. Or getting all screwed up on LSD. Eating bean sprouts all day long. And smoking pot out of a bong. Wearing flowers in my hair. And having dirty underwear. I don't wanna be a granola head. Cracked up hippie brains are scrambled eggs. Ugly chicks with very hairy legs. I think I'd rather be at home listening to the Ramones. Or I'd rather be getting drunk with a bunch of useless bums. I don't wanna be a granola head.
All right, so that was fun. Let me just kind of give you my thoughts and takeaways on that. Feel free to, while you're still unbiased with what I'm about to say, comment and let me know what you thought of the different mics, if you liked one better than the other, or if you saw, I don't know, something useful among those different, maybe Perception 420 polarity patterns that would be well suited to the type of music that you make. I noticed that on cardioid, and this was the craziest thing for me, the 220 and the 420, they actually sound a little bit different. I thought the 420 had a little bit more high end and a little bit less somewhere in the low end. They're very, very similar mics, like, don't get me wrong, but I was surprised to hear something of a difference. That's crazy. I also noticed that the omni pattern tended to pick up more bass. In a couple cases, I actually had it like setting on the floor, so it was probably rumbling a little bit and picking that up. That could be useful if you're trying to mic heavy guitar or anything that having more bass in there is beneficial. And yeah, I was just impressed all around at how fun and surprisingly useful it was. Once again, I was distance miking, switching between the different polarities on the 420. I was surprised at how different polarities lended themselves to certain sounds that people could be going for. If you were miking heavy music, I could see the omni being good to pick up some rumble and some bass. And then if you were miking, I don't know, maybe folk music, I thought the figure eight pattern cut out a lot of bass and had a much more, maybe a little bit more like, a little bit more tailored down sound that would be easier to work with if you're going for like not in your face kind of folk sound. I did want to comment. I've heard about people before looking at upgrading their Perception 220 to a 420 because they don't like the sound they get using it as a room mic. I just wanted to say I think that's a really bad idea. So if you're not happy with your room mic sound, first try changing the position of the microphone, putting it in a different corner or, just anywhere from where it is now. Point it at the ceiling, point it at the floor, whatever you want. That's the cool part about recording. You can do whatever you want. But changing mic position, or if you're not happy with your room sound, getting a better room, that's probably what you're going to end up doing. Those are much better ideas than thinking, oh, this doesn't sound good with a cardioid. What if I had an omni? Not a good idea. The basic way that recording works is at the top, you have the sound source, then you have what it's mic'd with, the gear, then you have mixing, then you have mastering, and it kind of goes down in this like inverted pyramid. So if you're ever looking to change the sound of something that you're not happy with, starting at the top of the pyramid is always going to lend the best results for you. And the top of the pyramid in that case is actually your room. If you don't like your room sound, probably look at getting a better room as opposed to getting an omni mic instead of a cardioid one. I feel like most studio engineers would back that opinion up. All right, on a more positive note, I did want to, and I probably should have done this earlier, but I wanted to take a look at the accessories that these two mics come with. They both come with the exact same stuff. So we've covered all the differences so far, so if that's all you care about, feel free to tune out. But they come with really cool accessories, especially relative to other cheaper mics on the market. I'll just show you this first. So they come with a like metal case, and check this out. So my drummer, I was recording him and he dropped his snare drum on it. You can see it smashed a dent in there, but picture what would happen if the mic had just been in a pouch or something, I'm a believer in these cases. Like, they're real nice and maybe even essential if you're going off site to mic things, just to keep the mic safe. And then, so we got the heavy duty case that the mic goes in. We also got heavy duty shock mount. And, there are pros and cons to this. Upon opening the box to my Perception 420, which I got first, I was like, holy crap, like, this is the best thing ever. Like, why would I settle for cheap plastic shock mounts? Well, I actually really like plastic shock mounts because they're light. They don't strain as much on the mic, especially, in my case, I was mounting drums. If you have them hanging and they start to pull down on the mic stand, these things are heavy. They protect the mic more if it falls or just in general, but they're heavy on the mic stand and are a little bit more of a pain to move around. They're also more dangerous. Like, if that mic stand falls over for whatever reason, you didn't set it up right, somebody hits it, whatever. Like, this thing is like a, what do you call it in medieval times? Like a flail. It's like a flail falling down on your band. So just be wary of that. But yeah, just want to know these two mics, they come with pretty cool accessories, and both of them come with these. All right, that's it. Hope you had fun today. Once again, feel free to stay in touch, subscribe, whatever, and then check out the other videos on my channel. All I review is gear and post music and stuff like that, which if you watch this far in the video, you probably find keenly of interest. Hope you have a great day.